First things first today, I gotta tell you that today is a big day because I am finally finished with, well, I'm not finished quite yet, but with season 3 of Ted Lasso. Have you guys watched it? Have you watched it? Season 4 comes out soon, but I am on season 3, last episode. And I could have watched it last night, but I decided to talk on the phone with my lovely partner because I think that I was avoiding watching the last episode. I tend to do that a lot where I like really push off like that last little chunk because I just don't want it to end. Honestly, that's something that like I need to work on in like all areas of my life. Like when I'm spending time with people, that like last chunk of time, my brain is like panicking, like, okay, you gotta get everything out, you gotta get all those, everything you need to get out. But it's like, I just don't want the series to end. And season 4 comes out in like, I don't know when, but it'll come out soon. But I'm just enjoying it so much that I'm just like, I don't want it to end. That's the bottom line. I actually just started watching this show because the family that I babysit for sometimes, the mom was like, I had slept over at their house because the mom left at 5 in the morning to go to work. So then I stayed over so that I could get her young one off and ready to school, but then like be with her when it's 5 a.m. and no one's home, and then get her to school and whatnot. But it's like the night beforehand, and she's like, well, actually, no, it was more like, have you seen Ted Lasso? She's obsessed. She's literally obsessed. She's like, you have to watch it. You're gonna love it. Like, please watch it. Like, let's watch an episode tonight. Like, you want to watch an episode tonight? And I was like, totally. Because sometimes when I spent the night there, I would literally just like go up in the bedroom, the guest room that they have for me. But this night we watched 2 episodes of Ted Lasso, and her daughter watched it with us. And I don't know if you've ever seen Ted Lasso, Lauren. When you're rewatching this, you're gonna think this is such a funny memory. This is literally such a funny memory. It's like this little girl that I babysit, and the first episode is so inappropriate. There's like, it's just so inappropriate, like to the point where like the mom like had to like cover the blanket over her face, like cover her eyes, all the things. Like literally in the first episode, one of the soccer players in his like locker has pictures of his girlfriend like holding her like body like this, like covering her boobs and everything. So it was just a funny experience. But ever since then, she's like, have you watched it? The first day that she showed it to me, she literally was like, well, if you want to stay at my house and watch it, because she had Apple TV, she's like, just stay the whole day. So while her daughter was at school, during the whole time before I had to go pick her up after school, I just sat in their living room and watched Ted Lasso. And I finished the whole first season that day. And then ever since, I haven't really had time to like just sit down and watch TV like that. But I have gotten to season 3 finale, which is so exciting. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna eat breakfast and then do a couple things after eating breakfast, and then I'm gonna watch it. But I'm so sad. Like, when does season 4 come out? She's actually sent me a text. She was like, oh, you better catch up because season 4 is coming. It's just a fun little thing now. But I didn't like look to see, like, I think they just announced it. I don't think there's like a date yet. But I'm so excited. It's such a funny show. I love it. I love it. I haven't watched a show in a long time. The last time I like sat down and like watched a show was when I watched Into the Shadows. It's like about vampires. My cousin showed me it, but it's so funny. It's like a mockumentary style, so like it's like kind of like The Office, but like vampires and like not in an office. But it's a really good show. I really like that one too. I love a good like light-hearted, like nice show, because I think that like a lot of, especially just like teen dramas, can be just like dark and scary. And then my mom, she's been watching General Hospital since she was like in high school, basically. I don't know if that's true. When like a long time, she's been watching General Hospital every single night. James and I literally, like, sometimes will be in the kitchen when she's watching it. We're cracking up over the drama because it's just like so dramatic. Drama central, literally, like, so, because that's just like a drama. I don't love a drama because it's just too dramedy. I love like a sitcom. I love a sitcom, mockumentary. I love just like chill, fun, good vibes. I was about to say Holy Grail. Holy Grail. I guess for TVs, that is just a must. It to be light and funny and fabulous. Yeah. Like, what other TV shows? I think that it's like probably a good idea for me to kind of list out like all the TV shows I really like. Because I do like have like TV shows that I really, really love. But typically when people ask me like, what kind of TV shows you watch? Since I don't really focus too much on TV shows, when it pops up, I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I don't really watch TV like that because I don't. But then something like a show will pop up and then I'll like binge watch it. But then like that happens maybe like once or twice a year. I think I watched Into the Shadows like 2 years ago. So yeah, I wonder what my next show I'm going to watch will be. So today is just awesome because I get to watch that last episode. It's such a funny show, so highly recommended. I'm getting everyone to watch it, just in the same way that she got me to watch it. I'm like, everybody watch it. It's so good. Try to get my dad to watch it. James is gonna watch it. His dad's gonna watch. His dad, I guess, has been wanting to watch it, so I'm gonna give him my Apple TV code so that he can watch it. James said it'd get me some brownie points with his dad. But, because I guess he's just been wanting to watch it. I also didn't know that, like, everybody knows about the show. I never heard about the show, ever, until that moment. But I guess it's, like, really popular. And not only is it really popular, but it's really popular in a way where, like, people want to watch it. Like, they haven't watched it yet, but, like, I want to watch that. I didn't know. I never got that experience. I just got it thrown onto me, which, thank you. Yeah, it's so good. I love it. Today is a day of relaxing. So it's good to watch that. I'm tired because, yeah, there's something going on in my body right now because like I've mentioned, I started my period early. Whole spanking 10 days early. So something's going on. I think I'm just making a lot of changes in my life once again. Just a lot of changes. And that's okay, but I guess it's just like really chill with my body right now. Embrace the Bob Marley energy. Just chillax. Remove all the stresses. Just chillax. Because I could totally chillax. I have one more episode to watch. Don't need to go on any crazy walks. I literally didn't even brush my hair or anything today. I just like kept it in the little tiny braid that it was in last night as I slept. Wearing comfy clothes. All is well. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm thinking it's pretty good. It's pretty okay. But yeah, I'm gonna go make breakfast. I think I started my day off with a walk this morning. Like, I just got up and brushed my teeth and then first thing went on a walk. Just trying it out. I don't think I loved that. I think I like the walk after I finish like my whole morning routine. I think that's a better vibe for me. Especially since I'm gonna start waking up. Like tomorrow I'm planning on waking up around 6. So it's like I don't want to like, I don't want to go on a walk before the sun's out. I feel like that's the time that I should go out on a walk. It's like when the sun comes out. That's a good idea. There's one more thing that I wanted to mention. But I don't know. I've got a bunch of library books to return. I also just need to mention that my intention with these videos is kind of just to like throw tidbits here and there about like what I'm doing in my life, so that I could really just go back and look at these and be like, oh my God, I remember when that was happening. Like, I remember when I had that one last episode of Ted Lasso. Like, I remember that one time when like my period came a week early. That's what it is. I think that my period came a week early because last month, James and I went into this gym by his house, and we went to the sauna. And this was crazy experience. I went into the sauna and I was just like, I was feeling so good. I had my towel wrapped around me. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this woman walks in. She's wearing jeans, big shoes, like this big sweater, like really just like hot, like chunky, like hot, like lots of things. Like she had her big backpack, like I'm talking, you know, those like big backpacks that have like 3 layers, and then like keys that were like dangling off of it. So it was just like this like big intense energy just walked in, and she sat down, and she had these big headphones on her head, and she's blasting music. She's playing Lady Gaga, or no, she's playing Rihanna. She's playing Rihanna. Eventually, I think she played Lady Gaga. I think that was the second song, but she's playing Rihanna. I can't remember what song, but I'm like sitting there and I'm like, oh, okay, like this is fine. Like, just embrace the moment. Everything's good. Like, just be here now. You got this. Everything's okay. You can do this. Like, totally got this. She's jamming out. She's literally on her phone, scrolling, jamming out. And I'm like, okay, just like really just move into this. Like, you got it. So I'm like, I don't really mind, like, just relax, Lauren. It's fine. I'm really trying to have grace. I'm like, she's just doing her own thing. Like, she's just gonna do what she wants to do. So what do? Instead of like sitting just like face forward, because we're both just facing forward, I decide to like lay down, right? And then right when I lay down, she like puts her leg up on the seat. And then her phone is like pointed right at me. And I didn't think anything of it. But then like 1 minute into that, because I was like wearing like a towel, I was a little naked underneath. And like by the way that I was sitting, like my legs were up, so you could probably like see like my butt a little bit. But I was like, her phone's pointed like right at me. I didn't think that she was like recording me or anything. Like her music was still playing, but I was just like, at that moment, everything just became like super weird for me, because I was like, wait a minute, like why does she even have her phone on like in here? Like, that's so disrespectful. Like everything that's happening in that moment to me was just like a bit disrespectful. So I was like, you know what, Lauren, just push your feelings of trying to have grace on everyone aside and just get out of the situation because you don't like it. So I'm getting out of it. And then I'm like, okay, like that sucks, because now I'm going to go outside. And then James was in the sauna in like the men's locker room. And so I was like, this sucks. Like, now I'm going to go have to sit and wait out there for James. And then he's going to come out and be like, what happened? I'm going to be like, I barely got to go in the sauna. Because I was in there for maybe like 4 minutes. And the sauna wasn't even that hot. So it really just, I felt like I didn't even go in a sauna. And then finally, I went back to my locker. And I was about to get ready. And then I went to go look for the bathroom. And then I saw a steam room. And then in the steam room, I was just enjoying myself so much. The steam was amazing. I felt great. I finally felt like I was getting out of the situation, like what I needed. And then a woman walks in, loved her, We had the best conversation. We're talking about just like the wonderful things about life. She talked about a surgery that she had and how she's, you know, like recovering and getting kind of back into the flow. We're just saying all the good things to each other. Like, we're just having like a top tier conversation in my book. But then there comes a point where and this literally goes to like the panic of like not wanting to like finish something. I did not want to finish this conversation because I was enjoying myself so much. But that's the thing about saunas and steam rooms is like, if you're having a conversation in there, there is a time limit. And I reached the time limit and I feel my body like start to like kind of like overdrive. Like I was like, oh my God, but I still wanted to talk to her. And there was one last question I wanted to ask because I've been looking for somebody to give me some direction, and like James and I were trying to heal our bodies right now. So I was like asking her like, do you know any like chiropractors in the area? Any like, you know, anything of the sorts? And then we start talking about it and I'm like, I'm already past my breaking point. And then I asked her the question, we chit chat about it. And then finally I'm like, okay, I really need to get out of here. So I get up and I start going. And I run to the shower. And I literally feel like I'm about to throw up. I feel like everything, it's like dizzy. And mind you, I'm on my period throughout all of this. So this is just like not a good look for my period. Like that's just not what you're supposed to do. Like saunas and steam rooms, they're good for you when you're on your bleed. But definitely like not to over push yourself. Like that was not the drill. That was not the vibe at all. And like I really pushed myself too far because I wanted to talk to somebody. It wasn't even that I wanted to talk to her. It was almost like I didn't know how to like exit out of the conversation properly. Like even with my neighbor, like we're like always having conversations and she's always the one that has to say, okay, I have to go. I did it one time though. Which is like saying something. Like if I'm like, oh my God, I did it one time. But it's just like, it's hard. Like, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. But I'll figure it out with time. I'll hold on to that like sauna moment, because if I hold on to that moment, that like had lasting effects. Like I literally think that stress that it caused my body, I literally was so overwhelmed. Like I went to the shower freaking out, trying to get like cooler temperatures on my body. I go to my locker and like I don't have any more towels, so I'm like cleaning myself up, trying to like get myself dry with like the towels that are soaking wet with my sweat. And I'm like, ugh. And then eventually I'm just like, okay, I just have to put my leggings on, put my sweater on while I'm still wet. And then I just go outside and I walk out to James and I go, so many things happened in that time. But I really do think that had a lot to do with maybe why I started my period. I even remember during like that whole situation, I was like, I hope this doesn't like affect my body so negatively, like even in a way where it will affect like my cycle. But I'll hold on to that situation of like, when you need to get out of a situation, out of a conversation, just remember the steam room moment, the sauna moment. I'll remember it. Okay, well that's all I got. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Lots of love. I'm gonna go eat some yummy breakfast. I have these yummy little sausages that have beef and lamb in them. And I'm gonna eat it with eggs. Bye.